Okay, so hi everyone, day 12. I can't believe we've only got 2 more after tonight to go. So tonight we've got Stacey, who is our guest teacher. Stacey is a really dear friend, but more importantly, she's like a real badass yoga instructor. I feel like she's gonna work me hard tonight, work us all hard, but I'm sure we'll enjoy it. You all know the modifications you need to take, so you just take what you need. Stacey will verbally adjust. One little point to note is she's a bit of a warrior and was in a bike accident like the week before last, concussed, massive serious problem, shouldn't probably be doing any physical exercise, but you can't stop her. She was doing like headstands the other night, so she won't probably demonstrate everything constantly. She'll probably keep coming back and forth to the screen, but that'll be cool. So I'm going to mute everybody, and then Stace, if you unmute yourself, and then you can rock and roll.
Okay. Hopefully, yeah, I'm unmuted. Okay, hey guys. So yeah, as Ree said, I am still suffering with concussion. I took my regular modified primary series slot last night. I managed to guide my students through mostly verbally. So I'm glad you're on day 12 because most of you are experts by now. And hopefully we can get through it without me falling flat on my face. Okay, so let's start. If everyone wants to come to the top of their mats, big toes touching, heels an inch apart, palms together in Ujjay Mudra. Settle, make sure your shoulders are back and down. Nice little tuck in your pelvis, just to make sure your abs are engaged. And close your eyes. And let's start with some breath work to center ourselves ready for today's practice. So take some nice long deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And then we're on day 12. Some of you may already be apt at using Ujjay Breath. Ujjay Breath is just creating some noise as we breathe in and out, a bit like Darth Vader. And its purpose is just to warm our bodies up from the inside out. You're constricting the muscles in your throat just to make your diaphragm work a bit harder. So as you breathe in, just inhale, making that noise, and exhale, constricting those muscles. Nice, steady, calm breath. Trying to empty our minds of nothing other than our breathing now. Preparing for this next hour. And if you're managing to get to a count of 4 or 5 on the way in, just make sure that you count to 4 or 5 on the way out with your breath. And then when you're ready, bring your hands down beside you in Samsthiti, and we're going to begin. Everybody inhale, raise your fingertips up. Exhale, fold over, hands either side of your feet. Inhale, lift your gaze, back nice and flat. Exhale, jump or step back to plank. Drop your knees here if you need to. Squeeze the elbows in tight and let them brush past your ribs on the way down. And tuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, pull your knees up off the floor before you push to down dog. And breathe. 5 long deep breaths here. Make sure you're pushing those hips up. Check your hand positions, don't let them lift. Make sure your hands are nice and flat. And when you're ready, inhale, look up. And then jump or step to the top of the mat. Fingertips stay where they are. Inhaling, lift the gaze up. Exhale, fold over. Really push the mat away with your hands. And inhale, come back up to standing. Fingertips touch, hands back down, and repeat. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, jump or step back to plank. Lower the knees here if you need to. Squeeze the elbows in tight, lower down, untap your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push down dog. Good, keep breathing. Nice long deep breaths. Check your feet, are your heels turned out slightly? Pushing your heels towards the floor. Keep breathing. Can you push back, push your chest back towards your thighs anymore? Inhale, look up. Jump or step to the tops of your mats. Fingertips stay where they are, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold over, push the mat away. Inhale, lift your hands up, fingertips touch, hands come back down. And again, let's go a bit faster this time. Inhale, fingertips up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze up, exhale, fold. Jump or step back to plank, lower down, elbows brush past your ribs, untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down, tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push up to down dog. Breathe. Check those hand positions, make sure the fingers are flat. Next finger face forward. And then when you're ready, inhale, look up, jump or step to the top of the mat, fingertips stay where they are, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold. Push the mat away with your hands. Inhale, come back up to standing. Hands come back down, and one more time. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, jump or step back to plank. Squeeze those elbows in tight. Lower down, elbows brush past your ribs. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift your gaze up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor before you push up to your down dog. Good. Breathe. Catch your breath. Focus on pushing those hips up nice and high. And you get more of an arch in that back there. Nice. Inhale, look up. Jump or step to the top of the mat. Fingertips stay where they are. Lift your gaze. Exhale, fold over, push the mat away, and inhale, come back up to standing, fingertips touch, hands come back down by your side. Well done, everyone. We're going to go into sun salutation B next. So we're going to sweep down into chair pose. So inhale, arms are parallel, bum is tucked, chest is lifted. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze, back nice and flat. Jump or step back to plank. Squeeze those elbows in tight, lower down. Elbows brush past the ribs. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push to down dog. And now you're going to take your right foot to your right hand. Drop the back left foot and come up, pushing into the edge of that back leg to come up, fingertips touch. Hands come back down. Take the right foot back, squeeze those elbows in tight as you lower down. And tuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift your gaze up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes and the knees up and push to down dog. Left foot to left hand. Drop the back right foot, pushing into the edge of that back right foot to come up, fingertips touch. Hands come back down. Left foot goes back, squeeze those elbows in tight, lower down. And tuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, come back down. Tuck those toes under and pull your knees up before you push to down dog. And breathe. Check those hands positions and your feet. Work those heels towards the floor, but make sure your back is nice and flat. You've got nice slope. No rounding in the back. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale, look up, jump or step to the top of the mat. And then you're going to sweep, you're going to lift your gaze and then you're going to sweep back down into chair pose. Well done, everyone. Anticipated that instructions. Good, hold that there, tuck your bum. Can you tuck your bum a bit more, Jodie? Good, good. Lift the chest. Nice. Come back up to standing. And then we're going to go again. Sweep down into chair pose. Inhale. Good. Arms are parallel. Chest is lifting. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lift your gaze. Back nice and flat. Exhale, jump or step back to plank. Drop your knees if you need to, and you're going to lower down. Elbows brush past the ribs. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor before you push into down dog. Now you're going to take right foot to right hand. Drop the back left foot 45 degrees and push into that back foot to come up. Fingertips touch. Hands come back down. Right foot goes back. You come back to your plank. Lower down. Elbows brush past your ribs. Untuck your toes. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck those toes under. Knees up and push to down dog. Left foot to left hand. Right foot drops down and you push into the edge of that right foot to come up. Fingertips touch. Hands come back down. Foot goes back to plank and then you lower down. Elbow brush past ribs. Untuck your toes. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your gaze. Well done. Come back down. Tuck your toes under. Knees up and push to down dog. And just breathe. Catch your breath. 5 long breaths here. Make the most of them, but make sure you're pushing back, getting those heels towards the floor, enjoying that stretch. Nice. Now when you're ready, inhale, look up, jump or step to the tops of your mats. Fingertips stay where they are. You lift your gaze, back nice and flat. Exhale, fold over, push the mat away and sweep back into that chair pose. Check that tuck out of the bum, girls. Make sure you tuck in nicely, don't stick it out, tuck it in, chest is lifted. And come back up. And we go again, inhale, sweep down into chair pose. Let's see those bums, nice and tucked, chests are lifting. Arms are parallel and strong, good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze, back nice and flat. Jump back to plank. Good, lower down, elbows brush past ribs. Inhale, look up, lift your gaze. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees off the floor before you push up to down dog. Right foot goes to right hand now. Drop the back left foot, lift your hands to touch. Well done. Hands come back down, either side of your foot. Right foot goes back. Lower down from plank. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push to down dog. Left foot to left hand. Drop the back right foot, push into that edge of the right foot to come up. Good, fingertips touch, hands come back down. Foot goes back to plank and you lower down gently, elbows brush past your ribs. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees off the floor before you push to down dog. Nice work, everybody. Keep breathing. Inhale, look up. Jump or step to the top of the mat. Fingertips stay where they are. Lift your gaze, back nice and flat. Exhale, fold over, push the mat away. Now, we're not going to do another sun sal, so let's make this chair pose a good one. So sweep up. Let's tuck the bum, lift the chest, and let's think if we can go any lower in the legs. Can you squat down a little bit more, keeping that bum tucked? Tuck the bum a little bit more. Strong parallel arms, breathe. Good, relax, well done. Okay, good job everybody. Let's take a wide stance, hands on your hips. Okay, we're going to go straight into the first stretch. So you're going to inhale, make sure your bum is tucked, chest is lifted, and fold. I want you to grab your toes in a yogi toe lock. I'm hoping you're all very familiar with that term by now. And you're going to first make sure that your chest or your ribs are hitting the thigh part of your leg. Make sure they're meeting. And you're going to straighten your arms and flatten your back out. Once you're there, I want you to inhale and pull. And let's breathe. Pull your body closer to the floor. Breathe in nice long breaths. You should be feeling that nicely in the hamstrings. Bodies are nice and warm now, so we should be able to stretch a little bit deeper. Try not to hunch in the neck, relax. Make sure there's tension in the arms as you pull closer. Can you pull any closer these last couple of breaths? Well done, everybody. Straighten those arms out. Lift the back nice and flat. Hands back to your hips, and we're going to come up. And we're going to take a big step back straight into triangle pose. So let's take a wide stance. Arms, T position. Your wrists should be by your ankles. Heels turned out slightly. Let's bring the right heel in. Make sure that your thighs are rotating out. So pull your kneecaps up, lift your chest up. And I want you to just jut that left hip out, tilting the pelvis sideways and reach as far over as you can. Once you've gotten to your point, drop your right hand to wherever it is, near the floor, your shin, the inside of your foot, and lift the left arm up. Take your gaze up. Sorry, I'm dizzy. Good. Breathe in. Nice. Well done, everybody. A couple more breaths. And then look down at your hand and come back up. And we're going to change foot positions. That's all. So just change the feet. So turning the other heel inward. And again, we're going to focus on keeping the hips stable. You're just tilting the pelvis, reaching as far over as you can to the left side now, and then taking the hand down wherever it lands. Left arm comes down, right arm goes up. And as long as you're not getting as dizzy as me, try and look up at that right hand and breathe. Nice long deep breaths. Try not to lean forward in that pose. Make sure your whole body is like a washboard. Nice and straight. Well done, everybody. And when you're ready, look down, come back up, and we're going to come back to the top of our mats, back to our beginning pose, Samstiti. Now from here, we're going to take half a step back with the right foot. You're going to make sure there's a 45-degree turn on the back right foot. I want you to rotate your thighs inwards this time. You're going to inhale, and you're going to fold over. Now, as you fold, make sure you've got an arch in your back. You go as far as you can go, maintaining that arch. Don't round the back. Right hand comes down, wherever that is. It might be at your shin, just over your knee or to the floor. Left arm goes out to the side. Take your gaze to the left arm and see if you can just rotate that left arm up, opening up the chest, and breathe. Making sure the weight is even in both feet. You should be feeling a nice stretch in your hamstrings there. Nice strong backs. Well done, everybody. You can come back up from that position by just looking down and then coming back. We're going to swap legs. So left foot goes back halfway. Rotate your thighs inwards. Inhale, lift up in the chest. Exhale, fold. Again, nice and strong. Even weight around both legs. Nice arch in the back. Let your hand fall wherever is comfortable. And then take your right hand and your gaze out. And you're going to start to twist. Breathe in. Good. Jodie, can you arch your back a little more for me? That's it. Arch it. Good. Better. You might need, that's it. You might need to come up higher, but it's good. Well done, everybody. Look down and let's come back up. Coming back to the starting position, we're going to take another wide stance. Arms in a T position. We're bringing the right heel in. This time we're going to lunge down. Try and make sure that your hips stay along the long edge of the mat. And now you're going to plant your right hand nearby the inside of your right foot. Okay, check your knees coming over your foot. Don't let it go either side of your ankle. It needs to be straight. And you're going to bring this left arm across and in front of your body. Now this right hand should only be balancing on the foot. There shouldn't be too much weight in it. Let's see if you can work at moving your knee away from your arm. Your legs should be feeling nice and strong. Move that knee away from the arm. Try not to lean on it. Good. Now, if you want to take a bind here, you can take that hand that's on the floor, sweep it under your right leg. The hand that's in the air, bring it behind you, and just pull. So that you're pulling your shoulder, your left shoulder back, presenting your chest at the front. Nice twists, everybody. That's really, really good. Well done. And when you're ready, you can unwind. Coming back into T position, and we're going to just change legs. So left knee goes forward, making sure these hips are facing the long edge of the mat, arms in a T position. Once you've got your posture right and your alignment's in check, let's take the left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Bring the right hand across the body and just rotate and twist the chest towards the front. And again, let's think about that hand and the knee next to your arm. You move the knee away from your arm. You'll instantly feel that on the inside of your leg. Nice work, everybody. And for those of you that want it, you can take your bind here, sweep down, and pull the shoulder back. Enjoying that stretch, holding that nice strong leg. Great work, everybody. Good. Nice, Helen. Okay, coming back up, everyone. Let's come to the top of the mat. And we're going to take right foot back now. And we're going to kneel down. Untuck the toe. Just shuffle the left foot over a little bit to the left side of the mat. We're going to take the right arm up. Rotate the body and hook the right arm over the left knee. Plant the left hand on top of the right one. Now, if you want to keep your heel lifted, that's fine. We're going to come up into a low lunge or a high lunge. If you can turn your heel back 45 degrees, that's great, but do whatever's comfortable. Now, from here, you're going to use your elbow against your knee to twist your chest round. The next stage in this pose is to open the arms wide, taking the right arm, hand down, left arm up. The twist is key. And don't forget that back heel, if you can't drop it, keep it lifted. Good. So, breathe, guys, while you're in it. Options, straight heel, turned heel, straight heel. Okay? Arms open or not. When you're ready, try not to touch the floor and just come back to the tops of your mats. And let's change legs. So left leg comes back. Shuffle the right foot over to the right of the mat. And again, left arm now. Take that straight up, rotate your body, hook your elbow over. Plant the hands and lift that knee up off the floor. With your heel up or in the 45-degree bend, twisting your body, straightening those arms if you have it. But you do wherever you're comfortable with. Nice. Nice, Anne. Well done, Matt. Seeing everybody. I've only just worked out how to move this. Diane. Okay, let's come back to the tops of our mats. And we're going to take a wide step back into Prasarita Padmanasana. You guys know this one. So make sure you've got a nice tuck in the bum, chest is lifted, hands on your hips. And we're just going to fold over, plant your hands down just underneath where your shoulders are, shoulder width apart. And see if you can use those hands, as we do in the folds, to push the mat away and get your head closer to the mat. The wider your legs are, the easier this is. Use your breath work to push further away. Really feel that in the hamstrings. Make this a nice active stretch. We've warmed our bodies nicely to be able to get deep into these. There should be tension in those arms as you push down. Now I want you to inhale, look up, lift your back, straighten your arms. And from here, interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. And then fold back over. Let your hands lift. You're going to keep that going for a couple more breaths. I am not. Well done. See if those arms can come further over. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice. Okay, when you're ready, take your hands to your hips. Bring yourself back up. And again to the tops of your mats. Now, as you know, the next one is a balance. We'll do it with a twist because I'm going to skip chair pose. So we're going to come in to tree, so palms together, but instead of putting your foot on the inside of your leg, I think we tested some of you last night to see if you could just take your foot to the crease. Now, if you can get it right to the crease, great, or just cross it over your thigh if that's comfortable, because once you've got your balance and we're in it, we're going to hold it there for a couple of breaths, and then we're going to lower into a one-legged squat. So use all that mental concentration, all that breath work to bring yourself down and then hold it there. Better than me. Well done, guys. And then we come back up. And of course, we need to try on the other leg. So let's do the same thing. I'm sure you've heard this tip before, but having your toes turned out slightly will help you balance on that one leg. Okay, so bringing the left foot up, either to the crease, the inside crease, or just across your thigh, wherever you can manage. Palms together, hold it. Hold it, Stacey. Good, and then we're going to squat down. Nice work, everybody. Can you hold it there a little bit longer? Hopefully it's burning. Did Ree tell you I get a kick out of it when you burn? Come back up. Nice. Let's take some movement. Inhale, fingertips touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your gaze, and then jump or step back to your plank. Squeeze your elbows in nice and tight, lower down. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push to down dog. Now from here, take your right foot to your right hand. Drop that back left foot. And we're going to come up into Virabhadrasana A. Now we're going to work on the technique here. So bring your fingertips to touch at the top. Now make sure that you've got a good 90-degree bend in that front leg. Your knee is tracking straight over your front foot. And at the back there, what you've got going on is a nice straight, tight leg. And you're pushing the edge of your left foot into the mat. And you're breathing. It's a lot to remember. Now we're going to be staying in this lunge position for a little while. So now what I want you to do, without coming out of the lunge, is shuffle your right foot over to the right side of your mat, to the left side of your mat. You're going to straighten the leg, twist your body to face the other side of your mat. Let the right heel go into that 45 degree, and you're going to lunge forward in the left leg. So you've just reversed it. And you're going to shuffle the left leg over to the left side of the mat. Checking out your technique, making sure your alignment is good. Making sure that front knee is coming over the front foot. It's not tracking either side. Back leg is strong. You're breathing. Well done, everybody. Keep that lunge. Shuffle that left foot all the way over to the right side. We're just changing arm position now, keeping the legs as they are. We're coming into warrior B. Make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed, but your arms are parallel. You're looking over your left hand. You haven't got an arch in your back, your pelvis is tucked in nicely, your abs are strong. Your legs are burning, but that's okay. From here, straighten the left leg and twist so that we move into warrior B on the other side. So lunge into the right leg. Make sure that back leg is strong. You're working the hips towards the edge of your mat, not front. Look over those right fingers. Stretch your fingers away, be nice and strong. Well done. Let's windmill the arms either side of the foot. Take it back to plank. Exhale, lower down. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor, push to down dog. Now from this down dog, we're going to come into our seated sequence. So take a couple more breaths here. And then I want you to propel your hips up to the sky and see how well you can tuck your feet under and come to seated. Well done, everyone. So we're going to take our legs straight out in front of us in Dandasana. Back is nice and straight. If you're sitting on a block for this, have that under you now. If you need to bend your knees when you're in your fold, then make sure you've got your knees lifted slightly off the floor. Two front feet are always flexed and you're breathing. You can put your hands just alongside you, just on the tippy toes, on the tips of your fingertips, just to help with that posture. Keep lifting and breathing. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale, lift your arms up, and then exhale, fold over, grab those toes in a yogi toe lock. Inhale, straighten that back, make sure it's nice and flat, you're not rounding, and exhale, pull. Bring those arms wide, you're looking over the toes, you're not trying to get your head down, you're trying to work over. Okay, and you're not rounding your back as you're doing that. Keep your back nice and straight. You're just working on those arms, pulling on those hamstrings. Well done, everybody. Use your breath to get deeper into that stretch. I need to see more tension in those arms, Anne. I can see you. Good. Well done. Okay, guys. You can relax. And we're going to take our hands behind us and we're coming up into Padmasana now. So hands a fair distance behind, fingers facing your bum, toes are pointed. Rotate your legs inwards, pull your kneecaps up and lift your hips. Pushing your knees towards the floor, let your neck fall back. That's not working for my head, but good. Can those lift any higher? Can your hips go up any more? Good, I think they can, well done. Can those toes dig into the mat anymore? Nice work, everybody. You can lower down. From here, bring your hands a little bit closer, we're going to Vinyasa. Lift your legs up, cross your ankles, let's roll over into plank. Lower down, and tuck your toes. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push to down dog. And then from there, you're going to propel those hips up and come into your seated positions. I'm just checking the time. We're doing okay. Right, we're coming straight into Janu Shasana A tonight, okay? So take your left leg straight out. Flex that left foot and bring your right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Making sure that your right knee is pushing down and it's comfortable, guys. If it hurts at all, don't do it. Okay, so from here, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. You're going to inhale, lift those arms, and exhale, reach over for that left foot. And again, make sure that your back is nice and flat, you're not rounding it. And you're pulling on that foot. There should be tension in the arms as your elbows come out. They shouldn't drop down, they should be lifting. Check your neck, make sure there's no tension there. Drop your ears away, breathe. And every time you exhale, see if you can just inch a little bit closer to the foot. Keep breathing, well done. Can you get a little bit closer? Good, now then let's inhale and come up and just stretch the arms out. Take one more pull on that leg. And we're just going to swap legs. We're not going to vinyasa here. So let's take right foot out. Make sure that foot is flexed. And your left foot now comes on the inside of your right thigh. Again, you're sitting nice and tall. And you're going to inhale, lift your fingertips up. Exhale, fold. Reaching for that right foot. Make sure your back stays flat. And you pull with those arms as you breathe. Nice, long, deep breaths in and out. Make sure those elbows are lifted and they're not drooping. Don't just hang out in this pose. Use it to get deeper. Use the breath to get deeper in it. Make the most of it. You're sat here, you might as well get a stretch. When you're ready, come up, lift up, stretch those arms out again. And now we're going to come into Vinyasa. So let's take feet up, cross the ankles, roll over, back into plank. Let's squeeze the elbows in tight and lower down. And tuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees off the floor and push down dog. Nice, now let's come back to seated. And we're going into Ashtanga A tonight. Okay, so we're going to bring right foot as close to bum as possible. Left leg is straight out in front, foot is flexed. And once you've got your right heel as near to your bum as possible, you're going to edge it over the right side of the mat. There should be about 3 fists between the foot and your left leg. Okay, well done. Now plant your left hand beside your left hip. Use it to lift yourself up nice and tall. Try and keep that tall length in your spine. And then I want you to take your right arm, reach it as far forward as you can, and then twist it behind the right knee. Okay, or across the right shin. Then take the left arm out as far as you can, and take that up and behind to grab onto your right hand. Now you may need a strap here. If you're unable to reach the hand, you can have a strap in your right hand and grab onto that. Now the goal is to rotate your left shoulder back as much as possible to enjoy that stretch. Creeping the hands closer together with every breath. Keep your drishti forward, keep that front foot flexed and breathe. Make sure your right foot stays planted. Nice work, everybody. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Keep pulling that left shoulder back. One more breath. Good. Release. And let's repeat the other side. So right foot straight out. Left foot comes up. Bring that as near to the bum as you can. And then let's get that gap between the leg and the foot. So 3 fists between the right leg and left foot. Use your right hand to lift yourself up nice and tall. Make sure that foot's flexed. Take your left arm and reach it as far forward as you can. And around the left leg. Right arm comes as far forward as you can. And around and back to grab on. Now sit up nice and tall and twist. Grabbing that strap if you need to. Make sure that right foot is flexed. Make sure that left foot is planted. Keep pulling that shoulder back. Nice. Squeeze the hands closer together, work the hands tighter. If you're managing that easily, then you can start to lift your arms up behind you. Well done. Nice. Good work, everybody. You can relax. And we're going to vinyasa. So let's bring those toes pointed, squeeze the thighs and lift. Cross the legs and roll over to plank. Squeeze those elbows in tight, lower down. Untap your toes, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down. Tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push. Good. Just take a couple of breaths here. We are going into the boat sequence next. Let's propel those legs and hips and come straight in to boat. So, hands underneath your knees. Lift your chest. Make sure your back is straight. No slouching here, okay? Sit up nice and tall. Now, if that means you can't pick your feet up off the floor, that's fine. If you can keep your feet up and maintain the back, then do that, but no rounding. Lift the chest and let go. And hold that for 3 counts. Well done, well done. Plant your hands down. Give yourself a minute. See if you can just lift your bum up off the floor and then relax, coming back to boat. Toes are pointed, squeeze your legs together, lift up, keeping the back nice and strong, chest is lifted, release your hands. Work those legs towards your chest, breathe. Hands go back down, cross your ankles if you can and just pick your bum up off the floor. Relax. Last one. Lift that chest. Maybe you can't bring them up this time, that's fine. Do whatever's comfortable, guys, okay? Feet on the floor, feet up off the floor, back is straight. Arms off, let's go. Well done. Hold it, breathe. Lift your chest a bit more, chest come up a bit higher, anybody? Well done, relax. Okay, we're gonna vinyasa again. Point those toes, cross those ankles, roll over and back to plank. Squeeze those elbows in tight, lower down, untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back and down, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down, tuck your toes under, knees up off the floor and push to down dog. Now from here, we're coming back onto our bums to Baddha A. So let's scoot down, bring the soles of your feet together, and bring your heels as close to your pelvis as you can. Now again, it's really important that you're not rounding in the back here. Lift nice and tall, work those knees towards the floor, use your hands on your feet to lift up. Tilt your pelvis forward. Well done. Hold that there. Good job, everybody. Nice. Can you get those knees closer to the floor? Push the knees away from you. Okay, now you're going to move your feet out further away from you now. So keeping the soles of the feet together. We're coming into Baddha B. So you're creating a bit of a diamond shape with your legs now. You're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. And you're going to fold over and reach your hands down. You're not going to hold on to your feet. Just get those arms over and work the hands away with every breath. Try and stretch out and relax into it. Nice. Take your feet further away if you need to. Makes it a little bit easier. Your goal is to work your head towards your feet, but you mustn't pull on your body to do that. Just work those hands. Well done. you're going to use your hands now to lift your knees up. And we're going to go straight into Setu Bandhasana, okay? So modified bridge. Now I definitely am not going to demonstrate wheel tonight, but I'll join in the Setu Bandhasana. So make sure your heels are within touching distance of your hands, okay? And then you're going to inhale and lift up, hips up, interlace your fingers underneath you and squeeze those shoulder blades together to use them as little shelves. And then you're going to push your hips up higher, pushing through both feet evenly. You're going to try and see if you can get your chest towards your chin. And as you're doing that, you're continuously pushing your arms into the mat, pushing down into the arms, pushing down through the feet. Keep pushing up as high as you can. Well done, everybody. Lower down when you're ready. We are going to come up and do that again. So this time when we come up, we're going to lift the right leg up. So everybody back to Setu Bandhasana. So inhale, lift up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Coming up nice and tall. Now bring your left foot more towards the center of the mat and take your right leg straight up. And hold that there. Now as you're there, can you lift your hips any higher? Can you straighten that leg anymore? Lift the hips more. Well done. Lower down. Keep the straight leg up as you lower down. Lower your hips down. Nice work. Now we're going to go again on the other side. So coming back up into bridge. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Use them as shelves. Bring your right foot over towards the center of your mat now and lift the left one up into the sky. Straight leg. Once it's up, concentrate on lifting those hips higher. Push those hips up towards the ceiling, keeping that leg straight. Can you hit the ceiling with your foot? Nice. Nice work, everybody. Good. You can lower down when you're ready. And now for those of you who want to go into wheel and can, let's have a go. So we're going to take our hands beside our ears, hands facing your shoulders. Make sure your elbows are squeezed in nice and tight as you push up evenly through your hands and your feet. You inhale and then exhale, lift. Very good work, everyone. Some brilliant looking wheels here. So once you're in, work at pushing your chest towards the back of the room. And if your wheel pose is advanced enough, you can take that leg up in the same way you just did in Setu Bandhasana, bringing the foot over to the center and attempting to lift. Well done, that's amazing, Diane. I've just seen some doing it straight away. And if you've not got into wheel and you want to keep working on that back bend, come up into Setu Bandhasana, girls. Work that chest towards chin. Working that chest towards the back of the room if you're in wheel. Well done, everybody. You can lower down when you're ready. Nice work. Just bring your knees in to hug into your chest. I like to do that after wheel. Good. And now from here, we're going to come up. I'm going to face you and we're going to come into Lotus. So for those of you that can, you're going to bring your right foot on the inside crease of your left leg. Half Lotus is fine. Cross legs is fine. Or if you can get into full Lotus, then bring the left foot into the crease as well. Making sure your knees are on the floor, guys. Don't let them lift up, okay? If they're lifting, then you need to come out of it. Now, from here tonight, we're just going to take our hands behind us, interlace our fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades down, and then you're going to come over And see if you can reach the floor with your forehead, letting your arms lift over, making sure that your bum stays on the floor. Don't let your bum lift. And just breathe. Well done, everybody. And when you're ready, we're coming back up. And we are going to try just a couple of lift-offs here. We've got time. So let's plant our hands either side. Now, if you've got your legs up in the lotus position, you're going to just try and bring your bum up off the floor. Okay, once you've got the structure up, just hold it there and then relax and try again. Just keep trying to hold. If you've got your legs crossed, just work on bringing your chest and your knees up as tight as you can together and lifting your bum if you're not getting those feet up, okay? It's definitely easier to get lift off if you can manage to get into lotus. It looks so impressive, but it's easier. I can't get my feet up unless I'm in lotus. So everybody's hopefully having a go. Just trying to lift, trying to work those chests towards the thighs, knees up towards your chest, squeezing your body in towards each other nicely. Don't give up. Well done, guys. Nice read, Diane. Let's have a look. Good work, Anne. Nice, Helen, all the way up. Good. Well done, guys. Just have one more go. See if you can hold that there. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to slow things down a little bit now. So let's bring ourselves, sorry, I'm bringing myself, you guys are already in the right position, just into lotus comfortably. So maybe think about just turning your palms face up. That naturally helps us relax a little bit. And we're going to just go back to some breath work before we fully settle into Shavasana, okay? So let's just take some nice long deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Just breathing now, trying not to think about anything other than the way your body's feeling after that primary series flow. Well done, everybody. From here, we're just going to take our legs out now. Take your feet to the corners of your mats. Okay, we're going to lower down onto our backs. I want you to think about just tucking the flesh out from underneath you to make sure you can lie nice and flat. Take your hands underneath your neck and just bring your head up so that you can straighten the neck out so that you can fully relax into the mat. Then bring your palms beside you, and your hands beside you, palms face up. And start to really just notice your breath now, not controlling it in any way. Just let yourself breathe naturally. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of your chest. How do those muscles feel now? How solid does the mat feel underneath your bodies? It's really firm and the ground is safe and you have full permission to totally let go here. So as you exhale, I want you to think about sinking deeper into your mats. letting your muscles melt away, emptying your mind of anything else now. These are your moments to relax completely. If you find yourself distracted, just come back to the breath, come back to the sensations in your bodies. Maybe start to think about bringing some movement slowly back into your fingers and your toes, just gently moving them, wiggling them, no sudden movements. And then when you're ready, taking a nice big deep body stretch, bringing your arms up over your head, bringing your legs together, pointing your toes as much as you can, stretching out every little drop. And then we're going to just turn over onto whichever side is most comfortable into a little fetal position, just hanging out there in this nice relaxed state just for a little bit longer. And then when you're ready, very slowly coming back up to seated. If you can keep your eyes closed, that's great. Bring your hands together and just rub some heat into them. And we'll place our nice warm hands over our closed eyes before we open them. Place your hands over your eyes and just blink them open behind your hands. Allowing the light in really slowly by spreading your fingers apart. And then dragging your hands away. Hopefully you've adjusted nicely. Let's bring our palms together and we'll take a breath in and out together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's inhale. And exhale, let it go. One more time, guys. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Thanks everybody for sharing practice with me tonight. Namaste.
Thank you, babe. That was perfect.
Well done. I did get super dizzy, unfortunately, when I was lying there.
You did amazing. No one would think you were knocked out unconscious. Let it go.
Thank you. Glad you all enjoyed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Stacey. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.